Clay Travis, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Florida Gators star Anthony, his son. We're going to get into this in a sec. You're a monster college football and NFL fan. How awesome is this with all the other things going on?
You know, it's storybook. Fernando, the quarterback in Indiana, is a kid who runs in the same circle as my son, a couple years older. And then Mario I've known for 25 years, and obviously being down here in Miami. And so it's actually a storybook setting in Miami with these two Miami connections. It's been a great game. That's what we hope to see.
You said that you were not going to be the next GM or head coach of the Miami Dolphins. You got enough jobs.
That's right.
Where does that rank on ultimate fantasy jobs, though?
Oh, it's good. When I'm done with this?
Yeah.
I'm all ready for it after that. I got a job to do for a couple more years here, 2-3 more years, and then I'll be ready.
So you and I and everybody here, monster college football fans, your son plays for the University of Florida, scored in the bowl game a year ago. I'll ask you about that in a sec, but for you, what is it like to watch your son play major college football like this?
You know, it's good, man. I have always felt like football, when it contributes to your life, look, if you learn how to show up on time and do your job, that's 90% of life. And you learn that, and then just to have the opportunity, not just as a fan of the football program at Florida, but to have my son be a part of it. It's a great school. It's very rewarding, and it'll pay dividends long term for him as well.
All right, so you're a Miami shirt today. I don't know if the Florida Gators are going to let you back on campus. How cool is it for people who have never experienced it to run out onto the field for a major college football game? How would you describe it?
No, it's one of the best feelings I've ever experienced. That's 100%. You know, when you run out on the field and you see all the all the fans cheering and everything, lights blaring, you can't hear anything. It's a different environment. Your adrenaline starts pumping. It's amazing.
Miami or Florida State? Which is the school that you think Florida in-state is the biggest rival?
For Florida, I would probably say Florida State because we play more often. However, Miami's still up there as well, you know.
What do you expect to see tonight in the game? I'll ask both of you. I'll start.
Yeah, look, a couple of things I look for. Miami does well when they can control the clock, long drives, sustain long drives, keep the ball in the other team's hands. I think on paper they got a lot more talent. I think Miami's got like 12 or 13 draftable guys. Indiana has only 6, but that becomes irrelevant when you line up and play. What I look for Indiana is the best prospect on the field is their quarterback. And the Miami's going to be, they've already light on the cornerback position. One of their starters is going to be out in the first half. He got suspended on a targeting thing.
Yep.
And then penalties. The one thing I can tell you, Indiana's very disciplined. Miami has a tendency to take on a bunch of penalties. So no cheap stuff, no pre-snap penalties. It's going to be key to Miami.
Miami getting in the playoff was controversial. I said they should be in. Mario made the case they should be in.
I made the case on a cabinet meeting.
You did.
That's right.
I saw that. Do you think they play looser now, having won 3 games like they have, and maybe established that it's not controversial?
Yeah, I think it's just a team that peaked. Remember, they lost a couple games in the middle of the season, and it looked like it was going off track again. They got it back on track, and they've gone on a run. So timing is everything. I think this is a team that sort of peaked at the right time, going into the playoffs. Played 2 very tough opponents. Texas A&M's a tough opponent, and two tough teams, and kind of rolled into this position they're in tonight. They come in here with a lot of momentum, but I mean, Indiana's had momentum all year. So
my prediction is Carson Beck. Can he protect the football? If he does, I think it'll be a lot like Ohio State down to the stretch in the fourth quarter. On the Miami side, Mendoza, you know, is going to make a lot of great throws. To you, is Carson Beck the key on Miami side?
It is. I mean, they want to control the clock. They want to run the ball. Miami can run the ball effectively and not put Beck into long situations where he's going 3rd and 11, 3rd and 15, get behind the sticks. 3rd and manageable, get the ball out to Malachi Tony, a guy you can get a 2-yard screen to, and he can break it for 50. That's going to be the key to them. And then Miami's got these killer pass rushers. These guys off the edge. If you can rush the passer and disrupt him, it changes everything. I'll be watching that really early in this game.
You guys have a new coach who looks like obviously had a lot of success at Tulane. What has that felt like so far? I'm sure you guys have met and started to kind of take a measure of him.
Well, so far I think he's an amazing coach. He's completely changed the outcome, and I think he will as well change the outcome of how the program's how it's started. And I think just based off his record of he's had in the past with his past teams, I think he's going to take us to a championship, hopefully against Miami. So, we can
final prediction: what happens in the game?
I think it's going to be a mid-scoring game. I would say 28-21 Miami.
What about you?
I'm going to go 21-14.
I'm on, look, Miami to cover, but I think that ultimately Indiana wins late 24-21. Secretary, keep up the good work. Good to see you. Hey, congrats on everything. Good to see you as well.